that should have it. Oh, what have we got? You gotta love numbers like that. Well, first coin alert. You ready? G'day folks, I'm the Coffee Bush Kid, and the great day has arrived. Yes! The Legend 2. Have it in my possession, and you and I are going to go out and take it for a swing. Probably might do a little bit of a different video. I'm not going to dive deep into the settings. I'm just going to get it so that we can go out for a swing. We'll look at the screen. I'll take you through a couple of little bits and pieces that you should be doing, one little change that you might like to do, and then we're just going to go out and find stuff. So, enough yabba from me, let's get into it. Okay, first things first, on button, ground balance, toggle right, toggle left, add, subtract, up and down. That's your quick menu button, and your accept, reject, and your pinpoint button. So we're going to turn it on. So on she goes now. Hold for a tick. I have been in, and I lit up the screen so we could see what's going on. So we can see here, we're in park. There's field, beach, relic, and gold. Today, we're going to hunt in park, so we're just going to toggle across to it. We're going to hunt in field. So there we are there, that's just moved over. We can see that the ferrous is notched out with the standard discriminations. That's fine. I have turned my sensitivity down, which is just by the up and down buttons, just so it's quiet whilst I'm doing this. Then we need to put it back up when we go out and play for real. Now, a thing that I just want to show you is you can press your on and off button again to get into your settings. So they're all down there. Volume, noise cancel. There's a whole lot of other stuff that we're not going to worry about today. But see the plus button there? I want to get to that to get into a sub menu because, and we toggle up then to get into it, I want to change my tones. Now with the Legend 2, in the, at least in the park and the field mode that I've looked into, you have one tone, two tone. Actually, I'll go back for you. There we go. One tone, two tone, three tone, four tone, six tone, 99 tones, because we have with the Legend 2 99 target ID numbers, and pitch. Now, I like 6 tones, so that's what I want to play in. I only want to show you this one here, just in case you want to change it. You don't want to be in just two-tone, you want something else, that's fine. To get out of that top subsection, press your quick menu button. Thank you very much. Now, what we will do is, I'm just going to go back to there to where it would be, and we'll start on the next section. All right, so we've selected the number of tones that we want to hear when we run over a target. Now this is just your standard start to go. So what we would do is hop in, you've turned the machine on, we know we're in field, we've got the factory preset discrimination of ferrous there, so I'm not going to get any ferrousy stuff. I want to hear some good targets and dig into them. So we press our settings button, we've got our volume, if I go there, our volume is at 7. The next one over is your frequency shift or your noise cancel, whichever way you want to describe it. That's what we do have to do. So you would hold the coil up, you would press the accept reject button there, and that's going to go through and select the channel that is the quietest for us to work with. It says channel 1 today, fellas, and we go, cool, that's fine, I'm not going to argue with you. At that point, we can get out of that settings bar by just pressing our settings button again to get out of it. What I am going to do before I forget is increase my sensitivity. Now, if you go too far up, So it goes to 30. Hear how it's all chatty and noisy? No, what you want to do is just decrease your sensitivity till it becomes quiet. Now, if it gets too chatty again, we can drop it down a bit more, but it looks like today we're going to play with 25. That's all. We might go just down to 23. Maybe 22 or 1. All right, we'll leave it there for the point of the argument. Now, the next thing is when this clears, we're going to do a ground balance, which is that one there. And that'll be the last thing we do. And then we start detecting. That was all that I wanted to show you. Yes, there's a lot of stuff there. There's a lot of stuff in the background, but you don't need to know it all before you start swinging. It's when you start to go, oh, I wonder what that does. Then you can start going. But just doing the straight out noise cancel, ground balance, check your sensitivity, make sure you're in the mode that you want to be in, then you can start detecting and start having fun straight away. And that's what the hobby's all about. So what we would now do is, I'll just get that there. When you ground balance, you'll press and hold the ground balance button. You'll move the coil up and down within 4 inches of the ground, but don't touch it. So, and you want the numbers to stabilize, and you don't want to do it over a big piece of steel. So we'll press it, pump it up and down. 17, that's stabilized. Beautiful. That's our ground balance done. We are set to go detecting. Woohoo! Alrighty, here is our first signal that we've got. Oh, hang on a moment, I'll shift that out the way. Right. Just there, you can see it's on the non-ferrous side. Glorious. We're going to dig that, see what it is. It might just be a bloody bottle cap, but, you know, who knows? See, the ground's all crumbly, she's pretty dry. See if we're out or in. We are still in there. We're just in there. Right. Come at it from this side. Dig down. Ooh. What have we got? Ooh. Oh. That's what we've got, Wayne Armstrong. It's like bringing the sword out of the stone. There we go. Ooh. First big signal that we've got with the Legend 2. And we have a harmonica reed plate. Well, that was a thumping signal. We got it, we found it. No tunes to be played on that, but we can keep moving on. There's our first hole that we dug for the harmonica reed plate. Straight away I got another signal. Now it was 4950, it was going right over one way nicely for the non-ferrous side. It was coming back over the ferrous side. It was sort of, you know, 2 bob each way type thing. No. If it goes over, if anything goes over to the non-ferrous side, you really should be digging it. So I've dug it, and I've got it out. And this is the reason. Look, you know who you're watching. There we go. Of course I was going to find one of these. But, look at it. Non-ferrous, little keeper there. Ferrous piece of steel that it's riveted to. So that's why we got that sort of target. Now the same will be for belt buckles as well. So you know, you've got a nice brass belt buckle, but it will have an iron pin in it. So always, well, you should always investigate. There'll be reasons why you don't, whether it's time restraints, you just want the big ones or whatever. But if you're investigating an area, anything that, if it's over on the ferrous side and it stays on the ferrous side, fine, leave it there if you don't want to dig it. If it goes at all onto the non-ferrous side, or flicks between the two, dig it. If it's over on the non-ferrous side, dig it. That's what I really, really like about the ferro check. If it's hard on the ferrous side, nah, you can just leave it there. If it's going both ways or stay on the non-ferrous side, dig them every time. You too could end up with a corset fastener. Quite funny, just taking my own advice. That's where I got the corset fastener from. Filled the hole in, swung back over it again. There's still more signals in there. Well, of course it was more signals, wasn't it? There's another two. And again, non-ferrous attached to ferrous. That's a big chunk of it too. So yeah, always check your holes again. Just getting used to the bigger coil. As most watchers of the channel will know, I don't usually swing one. But yeah, you knew one of those were about to show up at some point, don't you? A rivet. That's an unused one. Yeah, they always give a thumping signal. You got to dig them. But yeah, we found it with the what size is it again? LD28. So LD is the prefix for the Legend 2 coils, and as opposed to the LG for the original Legend. We'll keep going. Hopefully we don't find too many more of that, but that's still, it's a success. It's a non-ferrous target. It was a thumping signal. We dug it. Now we can move on. Well, it was a fairly constant 6061. Now that is a reed plate out of a bellowed instrument, and I can never remember which ones are what because they all change. Accordion, constant screamer, piano accordion, melodeon. I can't remember them all. But regardless, that is a good solid target. And what are we going to say? Good 4 or 5 inches down. So that's all right. Nothing wrong with that. Music being had here, this and the harmonica reed plate. Yeah. Must have been a place of jollity. Well, I'll tell you what, it would be rude to leave this behind in the ground. $90. It's not changing, it's just right there. So, put your bets in. Are we talking bottle top? Are we talking a big, juicy copper coin? What's it gonna be? Look, I reckon it could be that. Just at a guess. That's like the bottom of a dentifrice bloody thing, or could be snuff. Yeah, that wasn't on my list of finds, but we found it. It was big and it wanted to be found, but yeah, and it's not full of sovereigns either. Speaking of which, come in at 52.53 on the Legend 2 for a half sovereign. So when I go to do my severe cherry picking program, that's what we'll be starting at, 52. But that will be for another video. 83, 84. know the sun's in the bad spot, isn't it? There we go. There we go. There's a lot of rubbish down around here. I am struggling a little bit with the bigger coil. There is the 8 by 5.5 inch coil that also comes with the Legend 2. That would be, I believe, oh yeah, what's that then? Far better for down here, but we'll carry on. Bugger. But yeah, although I am, covering good ground in these dumpy sites, because we're below the house, in these dumpy sites, there's a lot of targets that end up under a coil, especially a bigger one, and it just makes life a little bit more difficult. So that's where a smaller coil, much like the 8 by 5.5, would come into its own. Yeah, you're not covering big lots of ground, but you're getting in amongst everything. Anyway, we will keep going with the 11 inch. Alrighty. Oh, sorry, I should probably do this. There we go. $68, $69. We go down to 66 to 70, but it is just there. So is it a thing of a regular shape that it's not giving absolute solid numbers? Probably. There we go. What are we going to find? Can you see anything first? No, nor can I. I think I'm still in the plug. I mean in the ground there. Yep, there we are. Just off to the side. Right. It is very dark in there. Right, that should have it. Oh, what have we got? Oh, we have the key to everything. Ah, look at that. Awesome. I've dug it. I haven't seen it, but you gotta love numbers like that. Alrighty. So we talk. Oh no! What is that? That's not a very illuminating find, is it? That's the bottom of a bloody light globe. It gave such a good signal. Anyway, bother. But we will keep going. That one. Funnily enough, this was a good big signal. I think it might be a petrol cap or something like that. Good bit of parallel knurling there. But yeah, no, big signal, as you can probably tell. Now, today, with the Legend 2, I'm not going to dig too many, how will I say? Oh, I wonder what that is, signals, because we're just out here today to have fun, to learn what stuff is, you know, like because we had the number variation in that keyhole escutcheon, I said, oh, I don't think it's round. Well, it wasn't round, it was elongated, so hence we had shorter numbers one way, longer numbers another way, if that sort of makes sense in your mind. Yeah, I just want to have fun. I just want to dig nice consistent numbers if I can. Some that'll interest me, I go, oh yeah, we'll have a go at that. But today it's just a matter of, here's your new machine out of the box. This is what you need to do to just get going, to have fun with it first before you dive in to deeper depths with all its settings and intricacies and so forth. It can be a really fun, easy, just do these things and get out there detector, or it can be one that you can wind your way right into the depths of it and absolutely tweak it to the max to make it perform like you wouldn't believe. And speaking of performing, let's get out there again. I found one of these before, and this one's in potentially better nick because it's still got the green colouring on it. But it is boil-proof elastic that you get from your coal stores, and it is non-twisting elastic. So don't scrimp and save. Don't try and save a few dollars getting unboil-proof twisting elastic. Fork out the extra bloody dollars and get yourself boil-proof non-twisting elastic from your local coal store. And this wasn't a sponsored ad. Well, first coin alert. We ready? But I don't think it's the flavour we're wanting. Does that look tingly in the mouth? Oh no! No! You little ripper! Oh! Hello, King George V. Oh, you bloody little ripper! Well, I'll get the squirty out and we'll have a clean up of this. First coin with the legend too, and it is a threepence. Oh, life's good. Yeah. All right, we'll give this a clean up. I'll come back to you. There we are. Ooh, it's very, very worn and dirty, but that is George V. What year, I hear you ask? Glad you did. 1925. 106 years old if you do your maths. That's not bad. Now, this is going to be an extra special one because there might be a few people watching today that don't usually watch. So, please follow the prompts. Those that know how, you know what to do. So, exhale. Inhale. Oh, legend too. Silver sniff. Oh, that's bloody heady, isn't it? Oh, that's a bloody ripper of a I'm so glad to have found a silver, and in fact an Australian threepence, one of our first lot, as the first coin to have been found. That can only bode well from here on. Oh, I'm bloody wrapped with that. Let's see what else we can find. Something in the 60s. Thought I would dig down, have a look at it, practicing pinpointing. Yep, there's the hole. There's that's jumped out. I'm going to do this better. There we go. So that is a draw handle backing plate, I suppose we're going to call it. It's got some nice work on it. I think we'll clean it up. I'll come back to you and we can see how it really looks. That looks good. There it is. Looks really, really nice. Like the press work is really nice. But unfortunately, this is a cheapy one. Like it looks really nice and impressive, and it would have sold whatever it was on quite nicely. But secret is nail holes, not screw holes. And then if we have a look, see how they're just little loops that have been soldered onto the back, as opposed to having some better backing plate coming through. So it would have looked as flash as, but it was probably on very cheap furniture. But nonetheless, it is still a very, very nice find. Just dug up one of these. Now I haven't had one of these for ages, and I don't know what they are. They're obviously decorative, and they come in different sizes. What I might do is I will clean that up and we'll have a bit more of a discussion about it. Giving it a bit of a clean up and a straighten-ish. So there it is. Whilst I was cleaning the back of it though, I did notice, looks like it's had something soldered to the centre of it. So were they on picture frames? That's where I'm sort of leading. They might have been belt mounts. I don't know. I can't see them bending around nicely. But I've had bigger ones. I've had this size. Are we talking Victorian mourning analia? As they say, no one does mourning like the Victorians did. That's not mourning as in the morning, it's mourning for the lost ones, where you get your black jet beads from. But yeah, they're a cool find. As I said, I haven't found one of these for years. So if you know what it is, please leave a comment in the comment section below. That it would be greatly appreciated. Anyway, off we go. Chasing a 79, 81, 84 in here. A lot of stuff in the ground, especially under the big coil. And I've dug in and I've pulled the clod back and I've got that. Now that is as far as I've gone. So place your bets as to what it is. A wall hanging mounty thing? I don't know. I got no bloody idea. So, oh, what have we got? That looks, oh, yep, look. Okay, just right now, I'm going to say that that is the wire for off the back of a picture, off the back of a picture frame, and those are the holes that you would have put the screws through, and that is all the wire that you would have had to hold the frame on. I've not found one of those before, but see how they're specifically been wrapped around and put on those eyelets so that you've screwed them in properly, and then you could adjust it. That's heavy duty bloody hanging gear, that is. Cool little find, that one. Okay folks, that is it. The day is done, and the sun, although it be in the morning, has already got a fair old sting to it. Welcome to Australia. But how was it out with the new Legend 2? I had a good time. It's a learning experience, especially, as I said, for me, not using a big coil that often. But no, I think we did all right. So the main things that I'd like you to take away from this is, yes, it's all fun to get a new machine, but don't be scared of it. Don't be put off by it. Oh, it's got a lot of settings. Yes, it has, but you don't need to use them all. So I hope that with this video, I've just shown you that, you know, the sequence that you should probably start up is you switch the machine on, you pick what mode you want to be in, whether it be park, whether it be field, beach, whatever. You can go into the back end, if you like, of the settings to change what tones you'd like to hear. You might go, no, look, 2 tones is fine for me. That's fine. If you want to be like me, go up to 6 tones. Other people go, no, I want to hear every single tone. Well, go to 99. That's fine. All you do, settings button, toggle to the left to get you back to the right hand side of the screen. Toggle up. First one will be your tones. You'll go either up or down in that one. Press your top left hand button, the mini settings button there, and that will get you back out of it. Once you're down to that main part of the settings, if you toggle right twice, you'll get to where your noise cancel is. Do your noise cancel by pressing your accept reject button or the pinpoint button, which is the lower left hand side. It'll get you the channel you want. Once that's happened, press your settings button again to get out of it. Do a ground balance. Make sure your sensitivity is where you want it. And then start detecting. Once you've done that a couple of times, and you won't have to go right into the back end to change the tones every time. Once you've set it, you've set it. You don't have to go back there. All it will be, noise cancel, ground balance, check your sensitivity, start swinging. It's that simple, it's that easy, and let's hope for you that it's all fun. Right at the start, just be easy on yourself. Pick the loud ones, pick the absolute ones over onto the right-hand side, just to get used to the machine at the start. You can always go back to where you've been detecting, go, now there was a couple that I was a bit iffy on. When you've had a few more hours under your belt, you go, yep, I'm ready for that one. And do it then. Just be kind to yourself and have fun. Anyway, we drop one of these videos at 6:30 on a Saturday night, our time. So come on over and like, share and subscribe. Do all the things you know you need to. We have memberships. Thanks for those who have taken them up. And we've got the merch store. And as always, keep in mind, it's always good to fill in some of your day detecting, but remember to fill in all your holes when you're finished. I'll catch you next time.